everybody, it's your boy 313 J-Mo here with another video for you guys. And I'm here I just want to talk to you guys because I want my credit, man. I want my credit. I want my recognition. I want my respect. I want my appreciation. And this is about Carsen Edwards. Now for my basketball fans, DSA Above the Rim, we had another episode on Detroit Drew's channel. I'm gonna try to get it on my channel too, still working on that. But we had another great little episode. I gotta get a whole new phone and stuff, so my mic could be a little bit messed up, but I gotta get a whole new phone, so I'm gonna handle that. But regardless of that, Carsen Edwards, man, where do I start? So at the beginning of the NBA draft, I said our number one player that we should get was Carsen Edwards. I said after Darius Garland, Carsen Edwards is the best point guard in the draft. I said if we pass up on Carsen Edwards, it will be the biggest mistake that the Pistons have ever done. I said everyone who passed up on Carsen Edwards will regret it forever. And if you know J-Mo, you know that the team, when Carsen Edwards went to the Celtics, I was ready to cry tears of sadness, and I was sick. I was ready to throw up. Because if you know me, you know the Boston Celtics are the team that I hate the most in the NBA. I hate that team. It's kind of like when Kyrie Irving went to the Celtics, I didn't know what to do. If you don't know, like, my favorite players, Westbrook, Kyrie, guys like, Giannis, guys like Luke Kennard, guys like Lonzo, it's a few guys. Those are my favorite kinds of players in the NBA. And Kyrie's one of my favorite players. When he went to Boston, I didn't know what to do with myself, man. I'm so glad he's not in Boston. But with Carsen Edwards, what did I tell y'all? Put some fucking respect on my name. What did I tell y'all? I told y'all Carsen Edwards was that dude. I told y'all you don't drop 41 points in back-to-back games and just be some regular dude. I told y'all you don't break the college record for most points in a 3-game span and just be some regular dude. I had people telling me, and I'm not talking about my DSA people because most of them were with me. People telling me, well, Carsen Edwards, he's just a guy that got hot. I'm like, so what about when he averaged 19 points per game? And what about, that was last year, and what about this year when he averaged 25 points per game? And I remember all of these discussions and all these debates that I used to have with people, and sometimes the DSA members, because they wanted certain players over Carsen Edwards. And I used to act like, I'm not gonna lie, I used to act like an a-hole. I used to be very arrogant. I used to be kind of like disrespectful because I thought the notion of them talking about any player, the notion of them trying to get any player besides our DSA members like Drew and Nomis, like whenever they were debating me and trying to get any player that wasn't named Carsen Edwards, I kind of would like shut them down and like not like act like they were stupid. Obviously they know their sports, but I kind of would be an a-hole about it. Like, man, dog, no, he ain't Carsen Edwards, bro. And I was looking at some other players that I did like, like Bravo opened me up to, shout out to Bravo. He opened me up to Seiko Doumbouya. I was opened up to Kevin Porter Jr. I was opened up to a few guys. So, but Carsen Edwards, if you know me, if you've seen, please watch the Above the Rim back when it was the show was called Another Name. But if you've seen those episodes, man, you would know I was banging on the wall and screaming and ready to punch and fight people. I was telling people, if you didn't know, Carsen Edwards hit 8 straight threes. And in the summer league, it was summer league, but Carsen Edwards was raining threes and dropping 20 points per game. Carsen Edwards is a player. Carsen Edwards is going to be in running for the Rookie of the Year. Carsen Edwards is going to be a star, and you can't stop him. Only thing that can stop him is injuries. And my thing was, basketball is very simple. And I've always say this because I want people to know this. Basketball is my favorite sport. It's my number one sport. I know basketball way better than football. Now, I know football very, very well. I would say, like, on the scale of 1 to 10, like an 8.5. I really know my football, but it's people who know a little bit more about me, and I'm willing to give that to them because they were more in the sport than me. But when it comes to basketball, I know my stuff 100%. And when I say I'm never wrong, not always right, But there's certain things I'm not wrong about. If I tell you a point guard is gonna be good, he gonna be good. I told people Trae Young, even my boy CA3 Superstar, he know what I told him about Trae. I told him Trae Young was gonna be that dude because he could pass the ball, not because he could shoot the ball. That's what happened. I told people about Carsen Edwards. I told people about Lonzo. Y'all hating on Lonzo? Just watch. I'm telling y'all, Lonzo is gonna be so freaking good. I'm not wrong about this, man. And with Carsen Edwards, I told people this is the dude. And I kept saying it. This is the guy. This is the shooter. The dude was shooting from the logo, shooting off the dribble, playing great defense. He's athletic. Like I said, he looks like if Derrick Rose was a little bit less athletic, if Steph Curry was more of like a natural just shooter than a point guard, and you put them into one player, you had Carsen Edwards. And he's lighting the league up. Yes, preseason. Like I said, when a regular season starts, nothing's going to change. And y'all know nothing's going to change. And the only reason I'm not completely sad and broken about not having Carsen Edwards is we got Seiko. I didn't think we were getting Seiko. You already know how I feel about that. Seiko was the last thing on my mind. I definitely didn't think we were getting Seiko. But if you know me, Carsen Edwards was number one on my draft board. Unless we get Zion or Ja Morant. But luckily we got Seiko. That's all I can say, because I think Seiko and Carsen Edwards are going to be two of the biggest steals of this draft. And I seriously believe in Seiko. Hopefully he gets more playing time. I believe in him. And if you want to go to my basketball acumen and credibility, trust me on this. Seiko is going to be a player. He just has to develop. Told y'all Carsen Edwards was going to be... It's so funny because I hyped up Carsen Edwards like he was the next guy, like he was the next superstar. Through the whole offseason, I kept hyping him up like, no, he is the guy. Because I know what my eyes tell me, and my eyes don't lie. When Virginia win a national championship and you get them 41 in they mug, you special. But it's your boy 313 J-Mo. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this. How do you feel about Carsen Edwards' breakout and the fact that I predicted how great he would be as a basketball player? I really want to know how y'all feel about not having him, but having Seiko. I'm out, y'all.